We are the creators of the Stu Beat Showcase, and we bring to you
the Beat Club podcast,
where producers are heard.
The best place to hear new beat makers from around the globe.
Here we keep it real about the music.
We keep these beats, or we cut them. Simple and plain. The help of our special guests and listeners worldwide.
If you wish to join our Beat Club Podcast community, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Beat Club Podcast.
And join our private producer group on Facebook by searching the
Stu:"Beat Club. Check. What's poppin', everybody? How's everybody doing today? It's your boy D Loops, aka Do It All Loops, man, and I'm here with my boy
Trench, aka AV. Was good.
Motivate Marin. What's good, people?
What's poppin', everybody? Hope everybody's doing good today on this wonderful, beautiful Sunday. Depending on where you are, it's a cold Sunday up in Boston, but hopefully you guys is chilling, snug, and everything is gravy, man. I'm gonna go around the room and talk to the bros real quick. So, Trench, looking like a whole rapper.
Chill, looking like the whole logo.
How you feeling today, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain. Cannot complain at all.
He got his like bedroom voice on or some shit.
What you mean?
Nah. You sound super cool right now. I don't know. You sound like you smoked 3 blunts, busted 4 nuts before getting on the podcast.
Man, don't be mad, bro. You ain't got no bass in your voice. You ain't hit puberty yet, nigga.
What's popping with Motivate, man? What's going on with you, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Enjoying this beautiful Atlanta weather.
I was wondering where you were. I'm like, that I was in Atlanta right now.
It's like, I mean, it's kind of cloudy today, but it's like 60.
Oh, yeah, I could take a 60. What is it like out here? It's like 9? 11?
-20.
Yeah, it's preteen weather out here, man, you know. But shit, it is what it is. We staying warm out here. Hopefully you guys are staying warm as well. But looks like we got a guest in the building, man. So let me actually get this right. Let me make sure we go with this because he showed up right on time, man. We gonna clap it right now for our guest today, man. Can we clap it up, man? Rockwilder's in the building.
Yes, good.
What's poppin', man? How are you?
Oh man, listen, man. I live between the earth and the sky, and I don't touch dirt nowhere, man. I'm always happy. I'm always grateful. I'm always happy, man. I'm just a happy old man.
Word.
You know what? Being that you're a happy old man, before we even start the podcast and such, I did know, and we don't ever do this, but your birthday's in February, right?
February 2nd.
February 22nd, him. I just do this.
No, February 2nd.
No, my birthday's February 22nd, so I'm doing this for all the February babies.
Oh, so we tuned up.
Yeah, you all day. Everybody in the comments, man. Let's wish Rockwilder a happy birthday, early happy birthday from the Beat Club podcast, man.
Yeah.
Put out there one time, man. Let's go.
The Beat Club.
You
got any plans for the birthday?
Nah, you know what's funny? I'm actually moving to Atlanta right now. So and this craziness, I might be moving furniture on my birthday. But you know I'm gonna be 50, man. So I already did like and I'm not boasting of this, but let me tell you something. I did a rock and roll lifestyle, man. So I'm so happy and just grateful, just being alive. I got my grandchildren, I got my kids. I just had lunch with my family, so it's like I'm always grateful, man. I'm just happy to be alive, man. Happy to be 50 years old. You know what my birthday present is? Czar. Czar is my birthday present.
Yeah,
monstrous,
huge.
Czar is my birthday present. So I got my birthday present. Buster gave me my birthday present probably back in December. Then Czar came out. Then the remix came out, and then he put more candles on the cake. You know what I'm saying?
That's incredible.
Yo, man. Well, one, I mean, I know we all can probably say it numerous times throughout the show, but thank you so much for just taking some time with us today, man, and being on this podcast. We really do appreciate it, especially before your birthday and such.
I appreciate everything, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me.
And I'm going to tell you straight up, man, when you followed me on Instagram, I was super hyped. Like, I called everybody. I called my mom. I called like 4 or 5 of my exes. I called everybody, man. I'll tell you straight up.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. I'm still amazed at that part of it too, man. Like, you know, I only wanted one record in this game, man. I thought back in the days when you had one album that said your name on it, that was it. 50 million records later, you can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? And then to have people, happy to see you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the things that you've done. It's like for me to just have one record, and then to have so many records, and then the name and everything, and dude, like I got more gifts than I even asked for. So I'm so happy, man. I can't come down, man. I can't come down like that.
Well, we're hoping that happiness kind of gets carried out throughout the show, because as you know, we listen to random beats the whole entire show, and we have to see about making a beat tape with you today. So it would be really great to make a beat tape with you today before your birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta make something happen today, man. So let's keep that good energy going. And I'm absolutely honored, man. So shout out to everybody wishing you a happy birthday in the comments. Keep them coming.
Peace out to everybody, man. Desmond, Vaz, Willis, Angel Baby, Queen, the ones that I see up here, Leonard. In fact, they start going, the names start getting crazy. TTV Max, all of y'all, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
Now I will say this. I hip hop into my life in the 90s, and you were a main contributor to a lot of the joints that I didn't even know you contributed to. Like, I was just talking to Motivate earlier, and I'm sitting here, I'm trying to research. There's too much to research, bro. You got a lot of material. And then I started scrolling by, I'm like, oh, he produced this and he produced this. Like, was there ever like a record?
Uh-oh.
I thought that was my Mac Pro. I was like, God damn.
Nah.
He froze up.
Uh-oh.
You were surprised. We back?
What happened?
Yeah, you back.
All right, cool. Shout out to Wi-Fi. We make shit work. It's all live on air, so this is how we do it. But I wanted to know, was there a record, or is there a record that people are kind of like flabbergasted, like, oh wow, like Rockwilder produced that too? Has that ever been?
Oh no.
Really?
People do that with oh no. Because you know what? Like it's a blessing, but my whole inspiration of music came from Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
That's when I first wanted to be a producer. Now, mind you, that album was one of the most genre-free albums in that zone, in that pattern. Barry Gordy didn't even want to do that deal. He didn't even want to approve that album because he felt like that album had so many genres on it that it didn't nail something that had a hit structure to it. But it was one of the albums that it kind of like possessed me because it did have all of that. I watched the album come into my house, and being that it had different genres, I saw it how it moved certain people. I saw how I Wish moved somebody. I saw how Sir Duke did it. So my whole inspiration of a producer came from doing genre-free music. So if you notice, a lot of my music don't sound the same.
Exactly.
It doesn't sound the same. It's like different colors, and it's because of Songs in the Key of Life. So when you hear "Oh No," it doesn't sound like the Rockwilder, but the Rockwilder don't sound like Front to Back. Front to Back don't sound like Lady Marmalade. Lady Marmalade don't sound like Dirty. Dirty don't sound like I Be That. I Be That don't sound like Stop Chill. So it's like so "Oh No" is really like one of them joints that I hear a lot when they say, "You did that? Oh, come on, nigga, you ain't do that. You did that, son? Oh, come on, man. Oh, that's crazy." And you came up by Big Pun.
Yeah, you came up. That's exactly what I was gonna say. A lot of people do not know that you did that. Every time I say that, like bring that up, people never know that.
Yeah.
People never. It's like, and I'm like, who you think produced it? And they'd be like, I don't know. I just didn't think it was Rockwilder.
Well, doing the Pun album, I didn't even believe I knew back when I was doing the Pun album, I was inspired by Buck Wild, Beat Nuts, Beat Miners, Large Professor, Prince and Marsh from Organized Confusion, you know what I'm saying, Showbiz. like all of the Digging in the Crates, Diamond D. So when I got asked to be on that album, I was just trying to imitate what they was doing. So I went and grabbed a Ramon Harris album out of the joint. And as soon as the horn came on, I was just pretty much just trying. It was me and Dre Most. We was in the studio, and it was in my crib, and I was just trying to just chop a record. You know what I'm saying? And as basic as it was, you know, I guess I put the hip hop elements, but I was inspired by Buck Wild and you know, Organized Confusion, like a lot of the drum heavy dudes, those people. And I did something that when they called me back, they said, "Oh, Big Pun wants that." I said, "Wow," you know what I'm saying? Because I was just basically just trying to sample because I really don't sample. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Question. I gotta get into the. I was gonna probably wait to get into this later, but just it's on topic. Like, based off of what you just said, like, you know, like there was definitely that era where like people were like going for that particular quote unquote Rockwilder sound. Like, how did you navigate that? And ultimately, you know, those are some of your biggest hits that did have like some similar vibes, like where it was, you know, similar synths or similar drum sounds that you used that, you know, some of those joints stood the test of time. And I'm sure those are the joints that keep the checks coming in. Like, so how did you navigate that? Like, you know, like being such a versatile producer, and then where people tried to pigeonhole you, and then at the same time, it was a unique sound, you know what I'm saying? Where it was worth kind of drilling it in people's heads for a second, because it was like, we know it's Rockwilder. Nobody should sound like that. You know what I mean? So how did you navigate that?
That's a great question. And I think that had a lot to do with me just being amazed as you was about that happening, because being that I wasn't playing everything, I think being that I was playing everything and not sampling, you know, that synth sound was along the waves of the Swiss, me, Pharrell, Timberland. Like, we were all in that synth phase, and we were making our own minds up with the keyboard. So, you know, of course, Oh No don't sound like something like Front to Back, but there was still a signature sound that said, okay, it feels like a Rockwilder track because of the drums. You know what I'm saying? But the music might be doing something different. But I think that was just me like when I did the Rockwilder, I did a certain synth sound in that. But when I did Do It Again, I did a certain synth sound in that. But I think I still was in this little voodoo of what I thought was making sense at that time, while I was watching Swiss, while I was watching Pharrell, while I was watching Tim, and all of that. So I think the colors just came along with just me wanting to impress what I heard, and then outdoing what I already done, and then looking at them amazing producers and saying, "Wow, let's do this," or "I'll do that," or "I'll do this." I'll hear Throw Them Bows, but then I'll do my own version, and it'll be Let's Get Dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Let's Get Dirty is I was inspired by Throw Them Bows. You know what I'm saying? And Do It Again is inspired from Jigga My Nigga. Because if you hear bam, 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 and then you hear
the intro, the slow intro,
you know what I'm saying? I just did a build up. I did a build up, and the build up is what changed it. You know what I'm saying? But
like what comes to mind is like something like you have Let's Get Dirty, and then you do Dirty for Christina Aguilera, which is like, clearly it's like a reinterpolation or reinterpretation of Let's Get Dirty.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Is it like, I want something like that, or was it just something an idea that you played with already?
Yo, me and Christina hanging out at a party, and Let's Get Dirty came on, and she hopped over the tables and she said, "Rock, if you make me one of these, we're out of here." So I'm sitting there drunk, and I'm saying to myself, "Damn, Red done already rapped about I can't get in the club." So one of the things that I didn't like about Let's Get Dirty, although it was still dope because it was Redman always goes against the grain. So he wrote, "I can't get in the club."
Yeah.
But then he said, "Let's Get Dirty." Meanwhile, Jay and all them niggas was like, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. And Jay-Z's like, when the hit is in the system, ain't no telling. So everybody's verses and everything got a party group. So DJs was able to throw on Let's Get Dirty for the beat and probably the hook, but they couldn't really have the song on because it wasn't a party. Red is talking about how you can't get in the club. So I was sitting there always disappointed at the fact that he wrote that, but it still worked with Redman. But it wasn't like, let's get dirty, let's rock the spot, let's jump on tables, let's go out. Like, we didn't do all of that because then the DJ would have loved to keep it on, to keep it on. So when it came on and Christina Aguilera said, yo, you give me one of these, we out of here. I'm thinking to myself now, damn, I could do a Pharrell and give her the same beat and turn this song into a pop song. But when I first tried to do it, she didn't like it because it sounded too much like Let's Get Dirty. But you know, back then in them days, artists was able to take like a 2-year hiatus and then come back with their album. So she had that track for a long time. So once she finished the Strip album, which by far is one of the best Christina albums in hip-hop history, in pop history, she had Impossible, she had Beautiful, she had a million amazing songs by Scott Storch. Big shout out to Scott Storch, my brother. He showed his ass on that album. And they said, yo, we need one record that's gonna shoot you out as this artist that wants to change. And she said, and this is her telling me this. She said, well, Rock gave me this track. I think it sounds too much like Redman, but I'm gonna let you hear it. And they heard it and they went crazy. So I guess in their minds, they're like, okay, Redman used it, but what you're gonna do with it is, you know what I'm saying? And she loved it so much, she called it Dirty. You know what I'm saying? And then we thought that the record wouldn't work because it went too strong into the lane. But I had to make it sound like the original because she would have probably tried to use another rapper on it.
Yeah.
So the fact that I made it sound exactly like that one, she was like, well, who do we put on it? And I was like, well, there's only one person to put on it. And we put Redman on it. And it didn't blow up when it first came out, but it was one of those records that transcended in the whole social media market and TikToks and everything and sync licensing, and it just took a whole new world there. You know what I'm saying? So Dirty was the only one that I actually did that on.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. So do we call you Rockwilder the whole time? Rock, how do you like to be?
Call me Rock, man.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure. So, Rock, we got some business to handle as well as our interview as well. So I want to make sure that you're ready to listen to some beats today and judge some beats as well. And we're completely raw platform, so you can feel free to let them know exactly how you feel, because I guarantee we will not hold back. As well as the people that are watching on Facebook.
I'm critical too. I know how to turn it on and turn it off.
All right, cool. Fellas, man, you guys ready as well?
Let's go, bro.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
All right, y'all. What we do each and every Sunday here at the Beat Club Podcast, we have a place called the beatclubpodcast.com where you can go and upload as many fire beats as possible. That's right, as many fire beats as possible. We take some of these beats and we place them in the folder for the first time ever and listen to it with our people on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So you guys can let us know in the comments if you would keep it, if you would cut it, how you feel about it the whole entire time. Now, between you guys and everybody in this room, it's going to be a majority vote, and we'll decide if the beat gets kept or if the beat gets cut. And if we hit at least 8 keep its, we are making a beat tape that we're going to be releasing that Rockwilder will also be able to name as well. So that's the goal for today. We got to get at least 8 keep its, but we're not saving any trash today whatsoever. So make sure it's hot. We're going to see what's good. So with that said, Rock, I got to tell you something. So if you hear a beat that's absolutely fire, you're a host right now. You can nominate one beat for Beat of the Week. If there's more than one beat of the week, we'll battle them at the end of the show to see who really does deserve beat of the week.
Oh, okay.
All right. And the other thing is, if you hear a beat and it's not too good, but it's not too bad. You're allowed to throw out one safe keep. It's like a pity keep, you know? It's like,
Okay.
yeah, that's it. But besides that,
Newkirk, I see my boy Don Newkirk in there. I got to say what's up there, Manny, Butter, Future, Angel Baby, Emmanuel, what's up, Divine Drummer, Queen. What's going on, Trent? All right, let's go.
That's just me in there. I'm talking to the people.
I want to sign him so I can get a shout out. Shit. Trench, man, what we got first, bro?
To Beat Club Podcast, where we
getting our drop? We getting that drop?
Okay, I'll get a drop for you.
Trench, what's the word? Who we got first, bro?
First up, we got the Directors Music Group with The Feeling, all the way from DC.
All right, we're gonna take a listen right now. The Beat Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
The directors.
All right, Beat Club. Now's the time to talk about it. Would you keep it? Would you cut it? Do you hear someone special on it? We'll go around the room and talk to the bros and see what's good. Trench, man, what's the word on this one, bro?
It's a keep, bro. That's a keep. I was feeling the whole shit. The whole entire beat. I was feeling that shit.
Oh, shit. All right. Motivate.
Yeah. I'm a little torn, man, because, you know, we all know that sample. I see somebody put it in the comments as well. But it definitely had a vibe. So I think I was gonna pull out the safety early. But I'll just keep it. I think it was moving enough. And they did a lot of, they did some tweaking on it, in terms of like the way it was EQ'd and certain drops in there and shit. Like they made it exciting enough for the right artist to go on there and do their thing. So I'll keep it.
All right. Rock, what's the word?
Yo, I know it had that Tupac reminiscence in it, but I haven't heard it. I haven't heard that in a long time. That was back in the early 90s. So I like how he went with that. And I was thinking if Nas would have gone that. Jeez, it would have been Nas or Kendrick. That would have been a serious joint. I like that joint. I think that's a keeper right there.
That's a keep it. So it's a keep it from across the room with everybody, man. So you know what that means. We're going to throw it out there one time for the one time. Keep it. And we're going to throw that number up on the board. Bang. Let's get a couple more in before we get back to Rockwilder, man. Avi, Trench. Who we got next, bro?
Next up, we got First Official. And this is called
wait. I just want to say something. You over there styling too much, family. You got the mug popping, we got the hoodie popping and shit.
We got mugs on the website. We got hoodies. Hold on. I got to get this right.
Yeah. We get it right.
We got the hoodies. We got the tee. Show them the tee. You can go on the website right now, beatclubpodcast.com. Cop a shirt, cop a hoodie. We got everything now.
You know, like the plug. Who we got next?
I'm just trying to look like the logo, you know what I mean? But yeah, First Official, and this is called Testament.
All right, let's take a listen right now to the Beat Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Sound like a keep it already.
The Beat Club. The Beat Club.
All right, B Club. It's that time to talk about this one. Let us know, would you keep it, would you cut it? To hear someone special on it. I'm gonna start off with Motivate Marin. What's the word, bro?
Yeah, I think that's it's an easy keep it. It's a good vibe. It's first official, man. He always sends heat. It's just another one for him, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was definitely just in the pocket. Like, it wasn't anything too crazy, but it was just perfect for an artist, the right artist, to get on there and kill it. So keep it.
I'm gonna go to Rox. It was good. What's the word, Rockwilder?
I agree with him too. It was just in the pocket so dope that I wanted it. Like, it didn't miss anything out the pocket. It was so in the pocket. So the pocket, but it didn't. I guess the sample was a little. Everything was just a little regular music.
Mm-hmm.
That pocket was so dope. I just kept popping my head every time it came back to the one. So I gotta keep that one.
We got 2 keep it's on the board right there. Trench, man, you messing this up?
Hell no. That's an easy keep it.
So we got keep it across the board. What are people keeping it online too? They're rocking with it. So this is actually an easy show. Let's throw it out there. Keep it. Throw 2 up on the board. This is, you know why? Because we got Rockwilder on deck. That's what it is.
I got a drink to that.
Yeah, I don't know. You drinking today? Anybody? I ain't drinking by my. Here we go.
Nah,
what you drinking today?
I'm drinking tea today. I'm drinking Honest Aid tea.
Plug.
Plug.
Let's get one more, man. Trench, man. Who we got next, bro?
My dog, he's back in the lineup. Next up, we got D. Professor, and this is called Sadness Theme.
D. Professor?
Yes, yes.
D.
Yes.
Big boy with the afro?
Yep.
Yep. God have mercy on my soul.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to intro it. We're just going to play it.
Yo, dude, you do keep it before they start?
Yeah, pretty much.
We can.
It's like one of my little brothers. He's never let me down. So I'm gonna put a keep it on credit.
This is history being made.
I ain't never heard of that.
I'm swiping the keep it. I'm swiping the keep it credit card.
Keep it credit card? Oh, we got to come up with one of those.
So he gets a keep it credit before the journey even plays.
We're going to take a listen to it right now on the B Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, that sound good, don't it?
The B Club.
Bruh. All right, B Club, let's talk about it. Let us know you gonna cut it or cut it. Because right now I think everybody in this room is keeping it.
Let's put the 3 on the board, sir.
Yeah. Let's keep it.
That beat had the Holy Ghost on it, dog.
You said it had a Holy Ghost on it?
That beat had the Holy Ghost on it. To tell you the truth, the weakest link is the one before that one.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the top is D dot. The second one is the first one with the Tupac sample, and the third one is Homeboy.
See, Trent, she letting you know how you need to organize the beat tape, man. Because it looked like we might make a beat tape today by the way we going right now.
Yeah, we getting
hold on, you should now. See, I'm a beat nigga, so I'm about to bring new rules to the game.
Oh, let's do this. You already brought it. The credit card.
So listen, now it's all up to first officials be holding on and not being off, just in case something comes along. That's how we play on our block. We play like that on our. That's how that's Overlord Radio. That's Kelsey. We play hardball. Like now, can the first official hold on to his third, and can homeboy hold on to his second? D Dot is clear. Now we knocking joints off.
Okay,
I see what Rockwilder's doing right now.
If once we get past 8, we could play that.
Knock them off.
Yeah,
I like that
because I feel like this. Any tape that I'm gonna be on,
talk that talk.
My predecessors and my intercessors, it has to be the nastiest tape that I've ever heard in my freaking life. But now D-Dot can set the trend. D-Dot can set a whole new level of how this goes.
All right, bro. I'm not mad at that. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Now we're bringing the scariness. We're bringing the scariness to the show now. The scariness. Now you got to hold on. Now
I fuck with this.
If first official holds on, I give him a plus for that. Because if you can hold on, that's dope too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you gotta hold on.
All right, so we're gonna have a strong ass 8 at the end of this whole beat tape, man. We're gonna see what's good. Yo, Trench, man, let me get one more. Let's just make it an even number, bro, because this is going by too quick, man. Let's one more.
All right. So next up we got Smart Boy Beats, and this is called Hooked.
All right, let's take a listen right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Done a bad thing. Done a bad thing. And I'm about to drown.
All right, y'all, let's talk about it. You're gonna keep it, you're gonna cut it. You hear something special on it, I'm gonna go around the room and see what's good. And I'm gonna start with Rock. What's the word?
Was the distortion on your side too?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It was a little loud.
It wasn't. I don't think it was his beat.
It might have been over here.
Yeah, it's not his beat.
If it wasn't distorted, that beat was retarded.
His mix is always on
retarded. That beat was retarded right there. That was just a retarded dope making a statement beat. Who was that producer? Who was that?
Smart Boy Beats.
Smart Boy. He made a statement with that. He made a statement with that. I gotta keep that.
Yeah.
But that distortion was about to make him lose. But if it was on the system side, the operator side, then I'll let him ride that. But I was close to the red. I was close to the red though. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, I'm 100% with Rock on. That's definitely a keep it. Hard body karate. You know what I'm saying? Hard body karate. That's what that was. But I think you just had it up a little too loud on your end, Luke.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
let me see. Trench, man, you messing this up too?
Nah, something be funky with the sound sometimes. Y'all gotta understand that shit. We on the internet. Smart Boy be mixing his shit perfect, damn near every time. So trust me, that's not him. That's an easy keep it, bro. We haven't heard Smart Boy in how long? been
I don't know.
like 6 months, and he came back with this shit. Yeah, I'm happy, bro.
And it's actually kind of a different sound for him too.
Yes,
that's why once you get familiar with producers, you look for certain things, and that was definitely a different bag for him. So
number 4.
Yeah, that's
All right.
4 on the board.
4 on the board, man. We're gonna take a little pause real quick because that was 4 in a row. That doesn't usually happen, but because it happened, we gonna take a little break real quick and get to Rock. Rockwilder, what was your hardware, your weapon of choice when you first started out, and what is your weapon of choice nowadays?
My weapon of choice was the MPC. The MPC 60 is where I learned from. Big shout to Zan the Man, he taught me that. Then I went from the MPC 62 with Redman, and then from the MPC 62 I went from the 3000. And that's when things started getting a little crazy. Like that's when you came up, Super Lyrical, Cellar Dwellers. That's when I beat that. That's when and I used a Roland XP50.
Yeah, the Roland joint. Yeah,
the Roland was If I Get Locked Up Tonight, Dirty, Front to Back, Oh No, Do It Again. It was Stop Chill, everything. I started playing. You know what I'm saying? I was playing. And that took me for a long while. And then I went from the 4000. Then Reasons came in. Once Reasons came in, it was crazy. But I use Reasons. I use Logic. I use Machine 2. I use Ableton. I use them all just to keep my hands on everything. But my weapon of choice is Machine 2, the Machine MLK3, and the MK3 and the Reasons 11.
Reason gang, man. There's a lot of homies on Reason, man.
Yeah, they amped right now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, a lot of homies on Reason.
Hell yeah, I'm amped.
And then when did you know? At one point in time, did you know like, yo, like I'm making beats, but this is about to be my life, like for real, like.
Oh man! As soon as I got my hand on a beat, right there, as soon as I got my hand on the 60, I just loved, taking what was in my mind and just transferring it to music, because I was just always humming music. I was always bebopping music. I was a DJ first. I was a DJ. I started rapping with Red, and then after that, when I went on tour, I didn't want to do tour life. I wanted to be a producer, but I always wanted to do beats. I love the whole beat idea. But I was definitely scared at first, because back in the days, in the Large Professor, Buck Wild days, you had to have records and you had to know how to work the SP1200. In Pete Rock, you had to work the SP1200, and I didn't know how to work that machine at all. I didn't understand it. So the MPC, when MPC came, it kind of gave me a better introduction of what it was that I actually wanted to do, or how to interpret better.
How'd you meet Eric Sermon?
Through Redman. Redman was a friend of K Solo's, that was a friend of Shazzy's, that was on Electro. Shazzy, the rapper that was on Electro. Me and her were good friends, and she had new Solo. So then she invited Solo to a barbecue, and Solo brought Redman there, and then I met Redman, and I got cool with Redman. He put me on, and then I ended up meeting Eric Sermon. I couldn't believe I met Eric Sermon. Like, one of the funkiest dudes to this day. One of the deadliest producers even to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a shocker to meet him, because, I was an EPMD disciple. And to just know, just to meet him and be able to work with him as well. It's just mind blowing. Big shout out.
Yeah, that's wild. That's why I asked it, because it's like, you could just tell like y'all are from the same tribe. You know what I mean? Like it's the same tribe. It's the same energy. You know what I mean? Like, and not that y'all make beats that sound the same at all. It's just that you get that same feeling.
I understand.
You get that same feeling. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely a feeling producer. He's a feeling producer, and love music and you know how to play, there's certain dudes that you like. Dilla, right? Dilla knew how to just take you away every time with music. Like you could tell he was a person that loved music, even to the form of creating his own vibe. He just loved music. And Eric Sermon is definitely one of those producers. He's like a Dillified, like a being, because his zone is like unlike no other. His zone is it's a feel zone, but it's also kind of like a braggadocious in it.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm dope. Like I know I'm hot. I know it's hot. I know it's hot rock because I like it, and I only like crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's what I picked up from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, just like super nerdy with it. You know what I'm saying? Just like a music nerd.
Like when me and Eric play tracks, and when we play it and we start going like this, we stop and start laughing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all let me play it. Like you know, it's like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, we just love what we do, but at the same time, we only love the ugly shit. So when we're able to do ugly shit like people do, we'll stop back and be like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Swiss with his face. You know, Swiss with.
Yeah.
Swiss don't care. He don't care if his face does that. He don't care what nobody does. It's already done here. You know what I'm saying? You know, Bink will just look at you like this. But you know that Rodney Jerkins will play a chord of him.
Yeah, Rodney, man. Rodney's
Warren Campbell will just Baby Dub will just everybody got their thing like Battle Cat got a phase. Everybody got it's an assurance.
Yeah. How did you and E connect on doing the Conway joint, man? I love that record, Forever Dropping Tears, like that.
Oh man,
how did that happen, and like who did what? That's what I wanted to know when I heard it, because it was like it has that vintage sound to me, and I was like, I wonder who did what on this beat.
We were huddled up. We were working on so many songs, and we were in a room just battling each other. It was E in one room, I was in one room, Boogeyman in one room, Ty Fife in one room. We got Lloyd, a new producer, in another room. We got Sickness in another room. You know what I'm saying? We had so many producers like in one room, and we were just gisting. So it's like everybody was walking up in everybody's room and touching something. You know what I'm saying? So with the Forever Dropping Tears, like he was in the room, we were building, and then I would go in his room and he'd do something for Vernon. So it was all a collective effort from just energy. It was just an energy. But we most of the time it's me playing something and he'd be like, no, take that, put that there, no, put that there. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll take it and put something to it. You know what I'm saying? So collectively, we'll add on energy and music and everything. So I can't tell you who did what. All I can tell you is that was one of the most craziest tracks from a vibe that we were just all huddled up in this one room and it was just like mad rooms with just mad music. So I couldn't tell you who did what and what. That's
dope, man. That record's mean, bro.
That record came out disgusting.
Yeah.
So even if there's certain sounds that he didn't do, it's still because his energy was, you know what I'm saying? So whether it was done, he did it, or whether it was inspired, it's just, you know what I'm saying? You know, because he'll go in the room and then do 100 more of those, and I wouldn't touch those, but he'll be like, yo, because of that dropping tears, I did 80 of these. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, it'd be like some crazy shit. So it was just all a collective effort from us. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
How did you, I think you are the only producer that actually has a song named after them. How did that actually happen? Like, you was like, yo, just name this the Rockwilder. Or did they, like, how did that occur that they were going to name it? Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something. I was the last person to know that song was named the Rockwilder. Like, I think somebody told me. I remember working so hard to be on that damn Blackout album, man. Because really, I think the RZA and Eric was supposed to do that album. It was just them. And then Scratch got up there, and then and I was working really hard. And then when I got to the song called the Rockwilder, and I gave them the track, they liked it, and it was actually supposed to be an interlude. It wasn't even supposed to be like a full record. It was supposed to be like a record to take the last record to the next record. And
I mean, it technically is though, kind of, because it's only just the quick 2 verses, real quick, no hook. Yeah, really, you know.
It was a jump off. Like, it was a test. It was a test. It was a lab rat test. You know what I'm saying? But the curse of it was it's too short. The gift of it was you got to hear it again and again and again and again and again. You know what I'm saying? So it worked well for me. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, it worked really well.
I know. I never really thought about that too. When you think about it, the Rockwilder is like one of the few songs that you actually do have to play the whole entire song in the club.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you don't stop in the middle of anybody's verse on that song. You play it to la 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 la. You know what I'm saying?
All the way through, and you know, they say, "Yo, what's the name of the track?" They say, "Yo, it's the Rockwilder." Man, I was getting so high back then. I didn't even know how to take it in that was actually a song named after me. Had I not been high, I probably would have felt it a little different. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you got a song named after me. It's time to take over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and didn't even, I was high. I was just sitting out here. Heard it. All right, roll that up, son.
But how did you handle, like, completely shifting the sound of hip hop for a period of time? Because ultimately, like you really shifted it to where producers started making beats that sounded like certain Rockwilder joints. Like, so how did that affect you in any kind of way? Like, did it touch your ego in any kind of way? Did it make you say like, "Yo, I'm that dude," or did it affect you in any kind of way?
I was high. I was appreciative. It was always like a, what? They took that? Oh wow, okay. Word? My name is Dave Rockwilder? Wow, that's crazy. Oh, Grammy? Wow, that's crazy. It was never like a executive feel to say, oh, you know what? I am that dude. Let me just now take over. It was never that. It was always like just trying to have one of the hottest records on the album. And you know, and while everybody else was doing singles and doing, all right, Pharrell got the single, I'm just gonna make sure I got the dopest joints on the album. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there, weed all over the thing, and I'm just tapping stuff. And, all right, we done? Okay, let me finish getting weed. Let me finish getting high. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was never, you know, nobody saying, hold on, nigga, like, you one of them dudes. It was never that. It was always being on somewhere and just being appreciated. I was appreciated of this level.
Yeah.
It never got me there. And then it never bothered me that anybody did it, because people were like, yo, nigga, they bit your style. I'm like, what style?
Yeah.
I got so many. So what did they bite? Yo, they bit the Rockwilder? Oh, okay, all right. Oh no. Can you bite that? Oh, front that. Can you bite that? Like, you know, I was like these beat dudes in the chat room, but my mind state was still on beats. It was just like a beat dude. I was just like a beat dude. Oh, he tried to do that? Okay, well, that's it. Bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, but it was never a business approach to where I'm like, all right, hold on. I made $1 million. Let me go make another 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 $1 million. Or let me do a single to get the performance royalty or something like that. So it never hit my ego. It never hit my ego. I was just doing beats for. You know what's funny? I would do beats to play in my man's car. It's just that all the beats that I played in my man's car get sold that night. But my goal was to just play them in the car. You know what I'm saying? So we could drive all through Queens and smoking and play beats out of an RX-7. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it just so happens that I'd be like, yo, such and such in the studio tonight or where. All right, so I'll take the joints that I did today and go up there and then sell all of them that night. You know?
Damn.
So you know, answering the question also with added bonuses. You know, no, it never hit my ego.
So Rock, what we're gonna do real quick is gonna jump back into these beats real quick, man. I mean, we got 4 more till we got a beat tape. So we're gonna see what the producers sent in and see what's good, and we're gonna jump back into the interview afterwards. But Trench, man, who we got next to close up this first folder?
Yeah, and my boy Don Newkirk is in the chat room. I used to play joints in his studio too. Affirmation also. So big shout to Don Newkirk, because if it wasn't for his speakers or his studio, a lot of tracks wouldn't have got gold. You know,
shout out to you, brother.
You got to throw out an air horn then.
If y'all don't know, that's Don Newkirk from Thanks, Search, and now for the Prime Minister, Sinister Pete.
Oh, shit.
That's my boy, though.
Dope.
That's what it is. Dope, family. We threw the air horn out there. I'm going to do an air horn and a bullet shot.
Yeah.
Don't talk about my hammer, bro. I'm going to upgrade my musket. Who we got next, man?
Next up, we got Technology and Rhodes Art with Madness.
I'm going to take a listen to right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, y'all, let's talk about it. Would you keep it? Would you cut it? Do you hear someone special on it? I'm going to go around the room and talk to the bros to see what's good. Is anybody here in this room right now cutting this beat?
Hell no.
I was supposed to give a swipe on Technology, too.
Oh, shit. What's your credit limit on that, by the way?
Nah, that's my dude right there. He never knocked one. Nah, he was never a base hitter. He was always a home run dude. But even if it got here and he presented it, that's what I was concerned. That's the Tech I know. Yes, sir. So, I know he in the room. Big shout, brother. What's going on?
So we got the Keep It credit card being used again.
Yeah. We're swiping up.
Keep It credit. That shit's funny, yo.
So now it's D Dot, Tech. Not because I know him, because I knew this was gonna happen. The Tupac sample, first official. That's how it is right now. That's how it is.
Aren't you writing this down? Because I ain't gonna remember it.
I got it.
Write this down.
I got him.
Down. This was the fifth beat.
Yeah,
number
we're
5.
gonna throw it out there and just keep
Hold
it.
on. So we missed one.
Smart Boy.
Hold on. No. Smart.
The distorted joint.
All right, so it's D Dot. It's wow. Tech and Smart Boy. Hold on. Tech, Smart Boy.
Tupac joint.
Tupac sample. Yeah. Okay.
Official. All right. Well, we got 5. Trench, man. Who's next?
All right, next up, we got the Beat Crook, and this is called All Day.
I'm going to take a listen to right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep.
We could do this all day. We could do this all day. Somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. We could do this all day. We could do this all day. Somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day.
The Beat Club.
All right, B Club, let's talk that talk. You gonna keep it? You gonna cut it? You hear someone special on it? I'm gonna go around the room and see what's good right now with the bros, man. Is there anybody here in this room right now that's gonna cut this beat from B Club?
Not me.
I'm gonna throw out my safe keep it.
Why so?
I like a lot of elements in it, especially the drums. I think the drums were knocking, but I don't know. It's more like a personal preference thing. I just heard things placed a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of the way the sample was chopped and, you know, just little personal tweakings in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, it's dope. It's dope.
All right. Rock, you keeping it?
I think the hook slowed it down for me. He didn't need the hook.
Yeah.
He didn't need the hook at all. It would have been very creepy had he didn't use the Eric. Like to use the Homeboy, the motivation sample and then go straight to the alley. Like, you know, it's kind of like it rebelled against what Homeboy was saying. You know,
I can't get in the club.
Yeah, but I'll put a safe keeper on it, but it's in limbo.
All right, so we got what? 2 safe keep it's?
Yeah.
Trench.
I kept it.
You kept it? So that sounds like it's gonna be kept. It's gonna make it. So we throw it out there.
Keep it.
Now everybody keep asking where I'm at, man. I'm in Atlanta, man. I'm at my second home. You know what I'm saying? People see the different background. They're like, "Where you at?"
Different background, no furniture. You know, Mary making moves, man. Trench, man. Let's
actually where your furniture at.
Not worry about them. No furniture, no nothing.
Had my application went in, my joint would have been looking like that too. Because
I just Trench, man, who we got next, bro?
All right. Next up, we got RC Productions, and this is called Flex on Them.
All right, let's take a listen right now to B Club Podcast. Keep it, cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Turn the volume down, Luke. Turn the volume down.
It's turned down.
Yeah, but just turn it down.
Turn it down some more?
Yeah, turn it off. No.
Oh, turn it all the way off.
Oh,
like that? Is that quiet enough for you? That's some
we're doing that in here.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I was about to throw the flag on the play anyway.
What's up?
I mean, I don't really have no crazy feedback. It just wasn't that deal. It's not what we on today, you know.
Does anybody feel any different?
I mean, I can't disagree with the mayor. So
it's true. Cut it. Oh, we gotta make sure we turn that up so we can hear it. Cut it. All right, that was our first cut. We 06. We actually were on 6, right?
Yeah. And D-Dot, I changed my name. It's my last name now.
Yeah, he changed
what's going on. I know you was kind of ghost for a little bit, so I changed my name, bro.
That's what happens when you leave for like a month. People change the name and shit. You know what I mean? Change their budget and all that good stuff. Damn. Let's get one more. I don't want to go into an interview off of a cut it, man. Can we get this next one, bro?
Yeah, all right. So next up we got the 6th trumpet, and this is called When It Began, all the way from Illinois.
It's a newbie, right?
I think so.
All right, let's take a listen right now to B Club Podcast. Keep it, cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
I must admit there are many moments of frustration I must admit there are many moments of frustration I must admit there are many moments of frustration
Was that a flag? Oh, thank you. Trench, flag on the play, man. We ain't making that. That's not making the tape. Trench, tell him why.
that shit hurt. Plain and simple, it just hurt. Like listening to it, that shit hurt, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, it was just a lot going on, man.
It was
a lot going on.
It hurt. It hurt my soul, bro.
It was yeah. Damn. Like Avi, Trench, this one more. We can't go to Rockwilder off and cut it, bro. Like this is a bad fold. Look at Rock's face.
Yeah, I feel like this. Some people just got their machines.
Yeah.
Some of them people just got their program, and they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
that's what I always say.
I would say that for the people that are trying to interpret what the greats and what you want to do, you're gonna have to study. You gotta study it. You have to listen to what makes Pete Rock. You have to listen to what makes, that's boom bap right there. So you gotta really go and really listen to a lot of boom bap. You gotta study, man. But you got a lot of dudes that. One thing I'm gonna say, I give them an effort for just jumping in and trying.
100%.
You still have to study. You have to. I study even to this day. Like I just heard that beat. I think my butt getting big. I think that's one of the best beats in the world. Just for somebody chopping that Nelly sample like that.
Yeah.
That is. I am so I was in the back of the car today, mad that I didn't do that beat. I was seriously mad for real. Like I was like, that's something I would have done. I would have caught the girl. I did my fucking man, girl. I did, and then put a nice little bass line behind. I'm like,
genius.
And I was really mad. I was mad today, like really upset. So I still study. So
you want to know what's crazy is the fact that any song that was ever like a huge hit, and once it's sampled, it's always another huge hit.
Yeah,
you notice that? Like it's like a proven formula, and I'm noticing that like now, like more than anything, like I mean, it was happening in the '90s as well, but like now more than ever, like people are just saying, "Fuck it!" Like I'm just repurposing a joint that was super popular and I'm gonna just do it over. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
well what's happening. I like to cut you off, I know I'm disrespecting it. But I think what happens is that we're in this phase now where people know that those songs from back in the early 2000s had something. Mm-hmm. And now people are now starting to snatch it. So now the whole thing is who can grab the craziest thing. And I think when somebody grabbed that Nelly sample, that was just pure genius for now. To take it and manipulate it to now. Of course, we think this is probably one of the most consistent sounding tribes of music that we've heard. Like that drum pattern, that trap drum pattern. A radio station will play that pattern all day and have different type of progressions and things on it. And you won't miss a beat. You'll hear Homeboy Roddy Ricch on one. You'll hear 2 Chainz on one. You'll hear Young Thug on one. It'll be the same beat pattern. You know what I'm saying? So I think whoever went and started snatching them joints from back then and interpreting them now into the trap pattern is really, really smart. It's really, really smart. And it's. I think drill music is genius too. Drill music is very genius. When you think about how they're now taking the bass line and going woo 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 woo, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So, but like I said, like you were saying too, everybody's trying to grab the craziest joint from back then and make it dope. I think that Nelly joint is intelligent. But going back to the producer, study. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Study. Like if you got this machine, you definitely got to weigh up because you ain't got to go and sample a snare from an MPC and then sample the snare and then truncate the snare and wait for a Q-tip to leave a snare open like we did. We used to have to wait for a snare to be open. Y'all got drum packs. That's like, come on, compressed mixed drum packs. So and a Splice that already got the melodies up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm even on Splice looking around like sounds.com. I'm up there like, oh wow, okay, maybe I can just take this. You know what I'm saying? And flip it. So you gotta study. You just can't do a beat like that and and just the only thing I give you A for is effort for you for the ego of even wanting to do it. But now, you know, don't. Now you got to study for that dude, for that last dude. Just study.
Speaking of studying, man, like what I've noticed with you, just different interviews and just online, man, you're always willing to share, and you know you're like a mentor to many, man. Where did that come from, man? Like that mentorship mentality, because not everyone has that, you know, like not everybody has. It's a gift, you know. Like where did that come from, and you know why is that important to you? Because I can tell it's important to you.
Well, doing music and doing beats, you know, I came from a good open range of mentors, like, you know, Xan the Man, you know, taught me how to use the MPC, and he never did it. He never did it in an ego form. He opened it to me. He opened that to me. And then when I got with Teddy opened it to me. Like, you know, so it always was. And then Organized Confusion, you know, I used to go to Prince's house and Monch house and then being nice and Kid Nice and Don Newkirk. Everybody opened their knowledge up to me. So learning about it was always something that was always a each one teach one thing. It was never like somebody was holding their sounds from you, or somebody was holding their code to you. Everybody was opening it up to you, you know. So Redman, the same thing. Like when I first got with him, we were gonna just bought a whole bunch of equipment. He was a guy that was about to be the next big rapper on Def Jam, so we had that open space. But then, you know, Pete Rock, you see Pete Rock, and, you know, the producers are humble. They're really humble. I never saw really a dude. We only had our ego behind what we felt was dope. So, but it never shut down another student from learning. It always allowed us to teach. So it's kind of like this Bible amongst producers where we teach everybody. You know, even like the last dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it wasn't good, but he has to be taught. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I probably was sounding like that probably when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you know, at one time I probably was trying to find it too, and then somebody did it for me. So, you know, it was always an open thing for me. So I want to teach the new dudes how to have that integrity. And I feel like with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, once I started working with them and I worked on the Janet album, I just felt like the knowledge that they was giving me was so dope that I would love for people to understand that you can't make a hit record. You should know how to make a hit record. You should know what sounds too consistent, what sounds too out the box, what sounds too what's too normal. You know, there's a key to it. There's a key to it. And there are reasons why other producers, there's Teddy Riley's, there's Timberland's, there's Pharrell's, there's myself, there's Swiss Beats. They're there for a reason. We're here for a reason, you know, and it could be taught. It could be taught without feeling like as if we're giving too much of ourselves and somebody's going to bite, because each person's going to do what they're going to do. So it's no problem teaching nobody. I enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying?
There was actually something that
I want everybody to feel where I feel.
Yeah, there was actually something I picked up off of an interview that you did, I think like a year ago or so, where you were kind of recommending the idea of like, look at the Billboard Top 10 or look at the and see what they're doing, but then like try to make your version of that, like kind of like just to kind of like study, but also like be original and just make your versions of that and just go to the charts and see what's up. So you're aiming at the sound now, but you're making your version of it or your approach to it.
Yeah. Something that I also learned when I was a kid, because when I used to look at records back in the days, and I used to ask questions, and I was always interested in vinyl and looking at the back of vinyl, because I felt like music was this thing that was so weird to me, that how could these people get up on this album and then make this music? Like, how could Coltrane be Coltrane? How could Miles be Miles? But then how could Quincy be Quincy? But then how could Earth, Wind & Fire be Earth, Wind & Fire? And I feel like everybody was coming from their own thing, or Motown. Everybody was coming from their own thing. So I used to listen to the progressions and listen to the horns and listen. And back then, it wasn't really like a hook derived zone back then. It was really the horn being the hook. It was really the guitar being the hook. It was Miles Davis creating this melody. So I got taught that way. You know what I'm saying? And then hooks came later. It was all about, you had some songs like, Reasons and stuff like Earth, Wind & Fire, but you also had jazz that, and a lot of people don't know that that's really like my secret poison. I'm a jazz head. I grew up through jazz. So my leads and my sounds that I put in certain records, like boom, 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 boom. That's jazz. That's my jazz links. You know what I'm saying? But that was me being taught by Coltrane, and Miles Davis, and Hubert Laws, and all of those records. Where at my house in the '70s, they played records, and there was a horn lick that was the hook. It was a string lick from the Limited Orchestra with Barry White. Those were the things that drew it. You know what I'm saying? So I got my teachings from there. I got my teachings from those type of things. So it just, it impressed me to where it just taught me different things. You know what I'm saying? It just taught me different things.
Did you grow up playing instruments? Any instruments?
But I could mimic really good because I got so much going on. I got 70s, I got 80s, I got 90s, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got new music, I got trap music. It'll just sit, you know what I'm saying? It'll just sit and I'll create. I create off what I learned, but I can mimic really good. And like if you give me a horn sound on a keyboard, I could give you a horn. I could give you a Miles Davis horn. Just off a feel. You know what I'm saying? I just need the accent. I need all that stuff. I could do that because my mind is so stuck on those records that, like the only thing I'm trying. And now you got progression software. You got MIDI.
Cheat code shit.
When I downloaded that, I was like, all right. So for the homeboy that was two beats before, he get Unison MIDI. That's studying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got Unison MIDI, and when I went on Unison MIDI, I was just like, nah, this shit ain't fair. You got the progressions up here saying neo soul, gospel, classical, jazz, minor, C minor, A minor, F minor, D major, all this, and they give you 4 bars of a progression that you could chop up in MIDI and put your own MIDI. You know what I'm saying? Then they also got free MIDI of every pop record on the line. So let's just say if you want to get September by Earth, Wind & Fire, they have the MIDI to September. All you have to do is move the notes. That's all you got to do is move it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no restrictions. It's like every man for himself. I got so much. If I show you my MIDI, you'll bug out. You'll be like, don't make my brown eyes blue. Pat Benatar, Linda Ronstadt. I got every piece of MIDI, and I'll be up in there like, oh, this no good. Like there's no rules. There's no rules.
Yeah.
So what was your your first major placement? Because you've been in the game longer than even people even know. I feel like you know what I'm saying. Like you was around early. So what was your first major placement, and what is your business model?
My first major placement didn't sell. I think it sold 2 copies. And don't know with disrespect, Wade Elliott. But he told me it only sold 3 copies. That's what he told me. And that was like in Sony. We did that like in 2002. And then from there it was Flatliners. A lot of people don't know that Flatliners. We worked on stuff. Those were placements, they were the horrorcore team. And then we have Flatliners. But my major placement that was major was You Came Up. Most people would say Maintain from Organized Confusion album, because Organized Confusion album was a classic album. So I did Maintain on that album, but then also did Neurotic, and there's a Dark Side, which is a very well-known album too. You know what I'm saying? Neurotic was probably like one of those beats to me that I didn't know what I was doing. I was just, I had just got my 60. So, I was doing eager beats. I call them eager beats. I was eager.
We hear a lot of those.
Probably gonna hear some more.
Yeah, but 2000, I think Redman's album, There's the Dark Side, and Flatliners, But I think You Came Up was really like the most known placement where I got
What year was that? That's 98?
That was 96, I think.
97. 97, yeah.
Yeah, 96.
And you did Super Lyrical too?
Yeah, I did Super Lyrical, yeah.
Yeah, somebody had asked about that earlier, so if you feel like expounding on that a little bit too.
Super Lyrical was one of those interesting beats. It was an interesting beat, and it was a very interesting beat. Pun liked it, and Pun had his ideas on Black Thought being on it a long time ago. Pun really thought that album out. He really thought that album out. A lot of the ideas that was on Super Lyrical was big Pun. You know. But the beat was definitely me. Well, the funniest thing about Super Lyrical, you know how I started? It says boom.
Yeah.
All right, so when I did the beat, right, I had that on there. But for some reason, when I don't know if I went to get high, I forgot to put that part on the disc. You know, the floppies. Remember floppies back then? Floppies. So when I went to sell it, when he liked the beat and I brought it in, the beat didn't have the boom. So it started off. So I thought I could get away with it. So Pun was like, yeah, lay the beat like that. And he walked out. Then all of a sudden I'm sitting like, dang, man, glad he didn't miss that first part. All of a sudden I heard, that's him walking. Hey, yo, Rock, what happened to the beginning part? So what beginning part? He said, it's the beginning part too. I said, nah, this is the way. It was another part. He said, engineer, play the beat again. I was like,
busted.
He said, that part. Where's that part at? Yo, no lie, I did not know where I got it from. Nothing. I had to stay up in my house for 5 hours and go through every record in my drink. It was on this jazz CD that, like, all of probably like the 5th song in the list of 18 songs, and it was like, sampled it, brought it back in, put it back in, sold the record. Record sold for 10,000. I was making 10,000. I was making 10,000 back then. 10,000 a track.
Damn.
10,000 a track. Oh no, that money was good back then. 10,000 a track. 10,000 a track.
Yeah, that was the second part of the question too. Like, what is your business model? Like, did you understand the business early, like in terms of getting your splits right, and was it just like, I'm happy to get a check for a beat? You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, what saved my life is I didn't sample. Oh No is an original piece. The Rockwilder is an original piece. Do It Again is an original piece. Let's Get Dirty is an original piece. So even though I didn't know my business, my publishing still was 50%. I got 50%. I like my style on 50 Cent's album, and that album sold 10 million. I did not sample. You know what I wasn't sampling. Me and Just was having this conversation. Me and Just Blaze was having this conversation, and Just Blaze was like, "Me and you might have the same amount of music business growth, because even though my records played more than yours, I sampled. Your records didn't play. Your records play and they play, but I don't sample. So I get 50% for everything. You know what I'm saying?
So Just Blaze comes from in your pool?
Just Blaze sampled. Just Blaze is a sample head.
Yeah.
So if you think about them, but think about Pharrell though.
Yeah, think about Pharrell crazy. But that damn Blurred Lines case. Woo!
That Blurred Lines case. But here's what people don't know about the Blurred Lines case. The Blurred Lines case, he did go to clear the sample, but the Marvin Gaye estate tried to rip him off. They tried to say that they wanted all of these millions up front. That's what I heard the story was. And then they said, no, let's just go with the song and then let's catch him later. So when the record made 16 million, and then they trying to sell it for 7 million, he already made. Yeah. But I heard the sample went in at first.
Okay.
You know, I heard it went in. That's what I heard.
So something we got to do, man, is you see that 6 here in the corner. We got to knock that up to 8 before we actually end the show.
Okay.
And it's up to us. So Rock, man, the pressure's on. Trench is back in the feed.
Yeah, I don't
Trench,
know what's going on with my shit.
We gotta fly through this folder real quick so we can see what's good with this mix. I think we're gonna make the mix, but we gotta see what's good, especially with the new curveball that Rock threw in there. So
hold on. First official holding on.
So we got next, man. We gonna do this double tap.
So next up we got Stanley Ipkiss, and the title got fucked up. So
all right, we're gonna take a look. Is that America? I don't know. We're gonna take a listen to it right now on the B Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. B Club. Let's talk about this one. Are we keeping it? Are we cutting it? Do we have someone special on it? I'm gonna go around the room and just talk to the people right now. Is anybody here cutting this beat?
Nah.
We got the spirit in the building, man. Let me see. Did Rockwilder's camera freeze? Oh no, that was him the whole time.
That was him.
We keeping this beat?
You caught the Holy Ghost over there.
Yeah. Rock, man, we keeping it.
That beat just knocked B dot down.
Talk that
talk. And we following down.
Damn.
We gonna throw that 7 up there.
D dot can even agree. D dot will even agree that knocked him down.
Well, that was monstrous, man.
Come on, man. That was an overkill. That was like if you don't beat me down anymore, you're gonna beat me down in the 16th bar. Then on the 24th bar, you gotta hit me. Like, come on, he just went like this. He just kept punching me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just appreciated how different it sounded than anything we heard.
His beat was a 3-3-3. Check it out now. Look what he did. His beat was a 3-3-3 like Homeboys was. But you can tell he's stuck. Big shout to Avalsi in the room, Algorithm and everybody, Divine Drummer, Born Ready and everybody. I see our Soultronic, what's up? Everybody, listen, that dude studied because he beat me down. Like, I was sitting there in the grass, like I couldn't even get home. I was just like, oh, I was a Cooley High Coach Cheeks. That's the under the railroad beating right there. That was a Cooley High beating right there.
Yo, so the good news is we got 5 more to get through. So there's definitely a chance we're gonna hit 8. So
you're gonna hit 8.
Yeah, we gonna do that.
What's the word?
Next up we got my brother's Rush Hour, and this is called Royalties.
Look at y'all sending shit in. All right, we're gonna take a listen to it right now on the B Club Podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's Russian.
All right, B Club, let's talk that talk. Are we gonna keep it? Are we cut it? Are we gonna cut it? Do we hit someone special on it? I'm gonna go around the room and see what's good with the bros. Is anybody in the room cutting this beat?
I'm gonna cut it.
What's up?
Because first off, because I already threw my safe keep it out there, and I've just heard much better from Team Rush Hour. Like it didn't move me. Like it was cool. There was certain parts of it I liked, but it didn't really move me. So I'm gonna cut it.
I'm gonna throw out a safe keep as well. I understand. We throwing on safe keeps?
Yeah, I'm throwing out my safety, man, because we know what Rush Hour does.
Yeah,
like we've heard their beat tape.
Send it back.
They put out some crazy shit.
I cut it.
This
was cut
cool.
it. So we got, is that 2 cut it's and
go ahead, you. Go ahead.
That's 2 cut it's and 2 safe keeps.
So he was saying something.
Yeah,
no, I'm done.
It sounds like it's gonna get cut because if Rock throw out a cut, Marin throw out a cut, and we got safe keepers.
You can't hear homeboy that you just heard. And then come down the steps. Like it's not us. It's not us. It's the fever. We had the fever just a minute ago. We had the fever.
The fever.
You can't go down the steps with the fever. You gotta stay in the fever.
Well, let's see if this next producer can stay in the fever. Trench, what's the word?
All right, next up we got Yak Marvelous with Cobra.
Let's take a listen to it right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
They haven't spotted us. Cobra!
Beat Club.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go directly to Rockwilder with this one because every
Yes.
time I see the hands up, I'm guessing that's a good thing. So, Rock, man, you cutting this one, right?
Oh, yo.
He looked like he wish he made it.
Yo, now,
he mad, right?
Now. You guys just went down to 3.
Oh, damn.
Because last homeboy is 1. This dude is 2. D-Dot is a good 3. He's a good 3. Tech after him, and then it goes down. I'm keeping that. From the dumbest. That's about the dumbest I've heard. That's the dumbest I'm going to hear tonight. I ain't going to hear nothing. If I hear something dumber than that, I'm throwing my computer.
Wait, it depends what we got on this folder. Hold up, man.
Let's see if we can make Rockwilder throw his computer.
Dumbest.
So we keeping that. We
live by the dumbest.
We made it to 8.
Yo, big shout to Overlord, big shout to Soundtrack, Siege Monstrosity, Kelsey. We have dumb award. We have dumb rules. And that was a dummy. That was a dummy right there. That was a dummy shot. That's what that is.
Shit. Let's wrap this folder up. Let's see what's good.
If you throw your computer, I'm logging off.
Yes.
I'm watching that shit. I'm watching him throw his computer.
I'm gonna be off.
Immediately.
Trench, who we got next, bro?
Next up, we got Don Cody Slaps, and this is called Ghost Tales.
Hold on, Don Cody Slaps?
Yeah.
I gave him the swipe.
He was telling me about your session. What was that? A year ago?
He gets the swipe. I'm swiping.
Swiping.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, B Club, let's talk that talk. Let us know, would you keep it? Would you cut it? Do you hear someone special on it? I'm just going to talk to the bros right now. Is anybody in this room right now cutting this beat? Speak up.
Yeah, I'm cutting it. It was cool, but
I'm cutting it.
Yeah, it didn't move. It didn't move me, especially based off what we've been hearing the past few beats. I can't let that one slide.
Yeah. I don't have a keep it credit card, so I got to cut it one though. I'm gonna swipe that.
Not
shit.
a credit one, really. Got a credit one.
Yeah,
I did hear Don on Better Joints, but when I put J. Cole on it, I put his voice on top of it. It fell on a record. It fell on an album when I put J. Cole's voice on. So I have to keep it, not because I know Don Cody and that's my dude. But once I put J. Cole's vocals on it, it became a little song. So I got to keep it.
Trench, man, what's the word? You're muted. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure you're good.
There we go. Nah, I'm with y'all on that, man. We've heard better from Don Cody. But sometimes, like Rock said, the vocals on the beat.
This is my type of way. Listen. Because we go against, listen. Cody. You heard what Trent said. Sometimes I can't hold the torch. I can't hold it for my boys.
So it sounds like it's cut it from the BCP crew, but Rockwilder's keeping it. So
but I understand Trent. I understand. Yeah, I understand, y'all. I understand.
So, Rockwilder, we would like to let you know that you are currently on Rockwilder Island, population 1. So we got two more.
You're more dangerous than that, Cody. Come on, Cody.
We got 2 more. We got to make it through, Trench. Who's the next one, bro?
Next up, we got my brother Gold Rush, and the title got messed up, so it's on there.
All right. So we're going to take a listen right now to B Club Podcast. Keep it, cut it. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh, shit.
The Beat Club.
All right, B Club, let's talk that talk. Let us know, would you keep it, would you cut it? Do you hear someone special on it? I think I already know what Rockwilder's gonna do on this one, so
keep it.
Gemini's, man, you messing this one up, or are we keeping it?
It's easy, keep it. The energy was there.
All right, so we're just gonna throw it out there, man, because it's simple like that.
Keep it.
So, Trench, man, you guys have put me to work. I see the private chat room, so I'm gonna see what I could do. But who's next? Yeah, it's cool. I can introduce it. The sound went out, so we're gonna see what I got. Let me see what I got. I think the next person is it's Kelsey. So we got something from Kelsey.
Hold on, Kelsey.
Yep, you can pull that card out.
What's your credit line? What's your credit line? Like, damn.
Yeah, you can pull the card out. That makes sense.
All right, so we got something from Kelsey, and it's called Click Clap. I'm gonna take a listen right now.
Card will not kick back.
Let's take a listen right now to Be Club Podcast. Keep it, cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Click, clack. Click, clack.
The Beat Club.
I make it hot.
The Beat Club.
All right, B Club. Let's talk that talk. Let us know, would you keep it, would you cut it, to hear someone special on it. I also want to say I forgot to do one thing. I forgot to throw that 9 up there because we did say the last beat, and now I got to ask, is anybody in the room cutting this beat?
It's a unanimous keep it, sir.
Unanimous.
He said, keep it blood clot.
So, Rockwilder, check this out, right? So I was supposed to end the folder, right? So I got the fellas hit me up. I'm pretty sure you could see it. They said there was one more beat in there that I should play. So I'm hoping that this beat right here, because we made it to 10 joints right now. But if this beat here is going to give us an even 11, we got a joint from Divine Drummer called Pancake Flip. So you still got room on that Keep It credit card, or you good?
Let's go. Let's see what happens.
All right, cool. So we're going to take a listen right now on the Beat Club podcast. Keep it or cut it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Space.
That bass though.
Space.
To the low.
All right, B Club. It's that time. Would you keep it? Would you cut it? Do you hear someone special on it? I'm just gonna say I was watching Rockwilder's face the whole entire time. It was
I want
the
to hear
first
what Rock
time
got to say.
I seen it. That was the first time I seen that facial expression, and I need for you, Rockwilder, to explain what we saw. What was that all about?
It was interesting, and I understood the dumbness, but I don't know, something in it didn't. I don't know, something didn't. It was dumb though. It was really, really dumb. It was really dumb. But something. It was dumb.
Yeah.
It was dumb. That's crazy because it was dumb. Maybe it's too over my. Maybe I need to hear it. I need to hear what y'all gonna say first because I would play it in the car and go up and down Queens and just be smoking and figuring out what did he do. Like I know what he did, but why did he do it? So I would play it all day just to try to figure out what he did. So I have a different view on it. Although, not to say that I would come home and say, okay, it was my favorite, but Divine Drummer, I've heard him before. So he does stuff like that where you have to figure it out. So I don't want to lose where he went. So it was interesting. It was a very interesting beat. I would be in the if he was playing it and I was in the room, I'd be like I was like, whoa, but then in my mind I'd be like, wow, that's crazy. That's real crazy. Like I don't hear nobody on it. I just want to hear it. So I guess I gotta keep it because I would want to play it again just to understand what he was doing. Like he's off. He's a Basquiat. You know what I'm saying? Like so, he does it his way, and I'm trying to understand it. But I like how interesting it is, like how confusing it makes me feel. So I gotta keep it.
I love the fact that you thought out loud that whole time. Like you worked that out. Like you worked that out.
You saw it in my face, right?
Yeah, that's yeah. I seen you trying to like to digest it. Like, yo, what am I
He
listening
put
to?
the computer to his ear. He was like,
Yeah, you saw me, right?
Oh, that was. I didn't know that's what he was doing. Okay.
I was just like, because when Divine Drummer go on, you got to do that. You just got to be like, all right, hold on. So I'm keeping it for the dumbness, but I'm also keeping it because it's like a hot wing. It's too hot, but you keep eating it. It's like a hot wing. That was a hot wing beat.
So we got a hot wing beat / keep it.
Yeah.
Rockwilder, man. Gemini's, man. You guys keeping it?
Yeah, I'm keeping it, man. I like. There was a crazy flip. Stay With Me is like one of my favorite joints too. I always love that record, man. There's crazy flip. The only thing for me, it was because I heard this on his Instagram, right? And like hearing it come through the speakers here, like it was just the certain levels, like, you know, especially like the vocal stuff was like sounding like it was louder than the rest of the beat. So I don't know if it was us over here. That was my only critique, where it was just like levels, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted it to be louder. Like I wanted certain things to knock a little more. But otherwise, that shit's insane. It was stupid.
I agree 100% with what Marin said. Exactly.
So I guess they keep it. I'm just gonna say I could never do what you do, sir, and for that I salute you because I appreciate what you do. Keep it a buck. Like I don't want to ever go home and say I'm gonna try to make a Divine Drummer beat because I'm a fail.
Drummer beat is like
so,
that's what that is. That's just, you know, it's a sin to try to say it's not high because you ain't advanced. You ain't where he is. You just say you insulting yourself saying it's not hot. He could say, "Oh, nigga, you just ain't where I'm at right now." It's like, okay, all right, okay, I'm probably just not where you at right now. Because that's next level. That's
how to face shit.
Yeah, that's
so. We had 11 keep it, a whole 11 keep it. So we're 3 surpassed the 8. You know what I mean? So we got a banging little beat tape on us.
Yes. Do I get a copy of this tape?
You do get a copy of this tape. We'll definitely tag you when we release it and everything. But there's a big responsibility on you right now, based off of the beats that were selected. You have to name this tape.
Oh, name this tape?
You have to name it.
I'm poetic to the dumbness. The dumbness.
The dumbness? Ooh.
The dumbness.
The dumbness. I like the dumbness, man.
That's the dumbness.
That's fire. That's absolutely fire. So shout out to all the producers, man. All the producers.
And first professional, first official or first professional?
First official.
First official, you made it because although it was a very melancholy track, the dumbness of the on worked. And then Homeboy with the Tupac sample, the dumbness of how you brought that sample to light. But then Professor with the dumbness of his piano thing that he does. Then the dumbness of that horn track that just kept beating you down.
Yep.
The dumbness of like there's a lot of things on here that's dumb. So I gotta call it the dumbness.
I'll rock with it, man. I want to say shout out to all the producers, man, who are now part of this beat tape that has been A&R'd by the Beat Club podcast and Rockwilder, called The Dumbness. We're gonna just clap it up for you one time. And on top of that, you can say now something I'm going to do that no one else did as well, nominated Beat of the Week. I'm just going to throw it out there. I think Stanley Ipkiss killed this shit today. I'm just going to play it, and we're going to do our thing. Let's do it. Good. You remember this one, Rock? So we're going to play that in the background, man. Rockwilder, I just want to say, man, thank you so much for just taking some time out of your day to spend it with us on a Sunday, man. The gems that you dropped, the energy that you gave us, and just super duper humble. Like regardless of the legend that you are or how much of a super producer you are, you're so down to earth, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the gems you gave everybody, and just I just appreciate you very, very much for affecting me in the 90s and affecting me and the other producers right now, man. So thank you so much for everything that you do for the game, and keep climbing, King. Salute you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got that, man. Is there anything that you want to tell the people as far as what's coming around the corner, what's going on, that we can kind of get hip to before closing out the show?
Definitely look out for ELE2. ELE2 is doing well in the streets right now. Czar Remix, MOP, CJ, Busta Rhymes. Look out for Muddy Waters 2 with Redman. Look out for a lot of other projects that I'm doing. I'm doing gospel projects. I just finished some stuff with Leandria Jordan. We're waiting for her to take it. Leandria Johnson, we're waiting for some stuff to take from her. So I got some gospel joint I'm doing, and then I'm scoring some movies. And then I have some instrumental joints. I have dumbness joints coming out. That, you know what I'm saying? That you about to hear me and the Quincy Zone. You know what I'm saying? But look out for that. Look out for Pam Marcher. I'm doing joints on him. A lot of music this year. This is my 50. This is gonna be the 50th year. So this is gonna be. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff. You're gonna hear a lot of Rockwilder, like in different ways. Jazz, a lot of stuff. Soundscapes, all types of stuff.
All right, well, we gotta stay tuned, man. That's absolutely fun. Oh, by the way, Trench, I'm not sure if you knew, but did you know that Rockwilder scored How High?
Yeah, bruh.
All right, just putting it out there. I was like, what? That's like your favorite movie.
When that movie dropped on TV, I watched that shit for that whole summer. The whole summer, every day I watched that shit. That's
we got a little surprise for you coming out. Let's just say from 4/21, 4/20/21. We might be hooking you up with the whole How High thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's go.
Oh, and me and Memphis doing an old school album. Where we're doing like a lot of old school flips over.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Memphis doing that. And got a duo album that he's doing with all the duos of hip hop history.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that to happen. Eric Sermon, right? He's been talking about that for a while. I've been waiting. I'm waiting for that, man.
We're gonna bug off this album. This album might win a Grammy. That might win a Grammy. But that's happening, and there's a lot of stuff. Stay tuned, man. A lot of stuff. And then I'm gonna be doing Twitch tutorials and Twitch beat sessions. So I'm gonna be doing that too.
How do people stay tuned with the Twitch beat sessions? Do they just follow you on Twitch, or should they follow you on the gram?
Well, I haven't started yet. We're getting all of the legalities together, and we're gonna be ready to do that.
All right.
I'll be in tune with that.
Yeah.
Motivate, is anything that you want to say to the people, bro?
Hey, man, like I always say, man, love is the answer and the cure. Check on your loved ones. Let them know that you love them. And yeah, man, big up to the legend Rockwilder, man. Thank you for coming through today. We appreciate you. And yeah, man, I'm having fun down in the A, man. Salute to Atlanta, man. Much love to all my peoples down here, man. A lot of dope producers out here.
Salute. Get up.
Yeah.
He's the only person I can wear that motivate swaggy like that.
Yeah. You got that shit down. Yo, man, and shout out to everybody, man, on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitch, just for rocking with us for the whole entire show. You already know if you're on Facebook right now, feel free to share. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, do what you got to do there.
How do you share? Because I want to share my show. How do I share this show?
Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, you can hit the share button, or you can just take the YouTube link, which I'll also DM it to you, just so you can just have it.
Okay, got you. And I can send it.
Yeah, and we'll make that happen.
Yeah, but I'll just play the YouTube.
Yeah. Also, question: what size shirt do you wear?
All right. The fat boy of me wears a 4X, but I'm supposed to be hitting the gym. That's the next one. Since I did all, Czar setting off the year pretty right. Yep. So I definitely want to go in the gym and see how far I could go.
Hey man, you might as well connect with Buster's trainer, man. Buster owe you for a hit like that. I'm scared like that because I don't know what's that's going to be. I don't know. Tatted up to my eyebrows. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm afraid of this new look that I'm about to jump into. Janet told me that I look pretty serious if I worked out. So
that's motivation.
Yeah, Janet tell you that.
A blessing like that is blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was asking because whenever I don't know, if you're gonna stay that size or if you feel like you're gonna get a little brolic on us, let us know. We would like to send you a Beacon podcast shirt.
March, April, I'm asking for my shirt.
All right.
We don't know what X is going to be. It might still be this X, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know yet. You know, if you see me with the Motivate hat up like this, and I got a little clutch, and I'm ready to do another lap, you know, thing. We gonna check out and see.
Nah. What we gonna do is send you the 2X, and that's gonna be your motivation.
Check back in, see if it's a little tight. Right? We're gonna see.
Get your flex on.
Send me a 3. Send me a safe. Keep it 3.
Safe. Oh shit. And last thing, Rockwilder, I know we putting you to work, man. But if you look in the chat, man, we have a drop. I would love for you to end the show with the drop. We like to do it live. Do you see it?
Oh yeah. Where is
it?
Where is it?
It's a private chat.
It's a private chat.
It should be right in the bottom. It says drop.
This is Rockwilder. You're now listening to the Beat Club, where all the dopest producers are heard. We only dealing with the dumbness. That's it. Beat Club Podcast Live. Let's get it.
The Beat Club.
One take cake.
Wrong, man. And I'm gonna just do our drop, man. Because we can say it on the radio, I'm gonna say it right now. Yeah.